Hi guys, what's going on and welcome back to my channel. So you would have just seen me preparing and having my breakfast. I didn't pick up my camera much this morning. I'm only really starting the vlog now and it is 12 o'clock, but had my breakfast, did my 25-minute spin session, and I was mainly just behind the laptop all morning. But for today's video guys, I'm going to be bringing you through my meals and just showing you how I'm eating at the moment. So I purposely waited until today to record because I want to go and do a massive grocery haul as well and just show you the foods that I'm eating. So I'm going to drive there now. I'm going to pick up my food and I'm going to show you a little grocery haul when I get back. I'm also going to be training upper body today and I'm just going to vlog whatever else I get up to in between, so I hope you enjoy it. So I will catch you in a few. Right guys, I am just back from doing my food shop and I have just spread it out nicely in the kitchen for you so that I can bring you through it. So firstly, I picked up my usual yogurts. So if you watch my channel, you would know that I used to eat the Quark yogurts literally every single morning for years on end from Aldi, and they just stopped doing them. I actually put it up on my Instagram story to find out like where are my Quark yogurts, because I went to every Aldi in Cork and couldn't find them. They discontinued them, so I've been trying different yogurts since they've kind of been discontinued. Some sat well with me, others didn't at all. I find I'm very hit or miss with digesting yogurts. So I've been using the Skyer yogurts recently. I used to have these before and they do sit really well with me. The only thing is that they're not that high in protein, so normally I'd opt for like a high protein yogurt with my breakfast just to make sure I'm having a little bit of protein in the morning before I train. They're not that high in protein, but I'll always make sure to like make up for it later on in the day by having higher protein meals. So Alex actually picked these up the last time and he's been having them. I'm not gonna lie, the little pouches remind me of like primary school kids, but these have 25 grams of protein in them. I haven't tried them yet. I'm gonna try them this week at some stage and I'll report back in my next video. But the macros are insane in them. Like for each pouch there's 145 calories, 25 grams of protein, literally not even a gram of fat, 9.3 grams of carbohydrates. So they're really good. I'm hoping that I'll be able to digest these and that they won't upset my stomach, but we'll report back. Next up, I got my usual berries. As you know, most mornings I have my little yogurt pot and loads of berries in it. So I have blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. I also picked up some bananas, great source of fibre and probably like my main source of fibre in my diet other than cereal. I wouldn't say that I eat a lot of vegetables, to be honest. I'll eat a lot of fruit, but when it comes to veggies, I'm not so consistent. I'll always make sure to try make up for it with a greens powder in the morning and also through fruits and different cereals if it's not coming from veg. These are the little snacks that I picked up today, guys. These are ones I have like on a daily basis, you know, when you're just kind of grazing throughout the day. Or if I'm having something with a cup of tea, I like these little double chocolate benefit bars. Only 60 calories per bar, and I love the Nutri-Grain bars as well. These are some of my carb sources, guys. I got the Ballymore Crust Sesame New York style bagels. These are my favourite of the New York style bagels. I also got some flavoured rice. So I got the Mexican style rice and I also got the savoury chicken one. I was never really a huge rice eater unless it was mixed with sauces. In general, I don't really like the taste of basmati rice. I'd go for a pasta every day over a rice, as you're probably aware. But I've actually picked up a couple of these over the last few weeks and I've tried a couple of different flavours in them. And they are higher in fat and they're higher in calories, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think it's worth it for the taste. I would have added those calories through sauces anyway. They're super easy to make as well, 2 minutes in the microwave and they taste great. I put up a full day of eating on my Instagram yesterday and I showed a Mexican chicken and rice bowl, and this is the rice that I used in it, guys. A lot of you were asking me for the recipe. I only had that for my dinner yesterday. I haven't really decided what I'm going to have tonight, but if I do end up making this, then I'll show you the recipe. Another one of my main carb sources at the moment, guys, would be cereals and Weetabix. So these are actually the fake Weetabix. These are the wheat bisques from Aldi, but they still taste great. Another reason I choose the Weetabix is because they're really high in fibre and iron, and they're fortified with loads of different minerals, which is something I always look out for. Another really random cereal that I've been hyped about recently are just the OG Shreddies. Not the chocolate ones, just the plain ass Shreddies. I absolutely love them. And this is another cereal that would be high in fibre and high in iron and fortified as well with different vitamins and minerals, which is great. So those are my main carb sources at the moment. I also have some wraps and of course I have pasta there too. And moving on to my protein sources at the moment, guys, I have some tuna, I got eggs, I got chicken and beef, and I also got some turkey rashers. Now, if I'm honest, I'd normally go for the bacon medallions over the turkey rashers. These don't taste amazing in my opinion, but it was all they had today when I was inside there, and they're just a great addition to your breakfast if you're trying to get your protein intake up. They're really low in calories as well, so you can load these onto the plate, hit your protein goal without adding lots of calories to your meals. I did pick up some sauces as well. I have the light soy sauce, and I also got some pesto sauce because I've been loving pesto pastas recently. And of course I have my light Philadelphia, so this is the key ingredient with the creamy chicken pastas that I cook. The macros and calories in it are insane, and you can really spice it up with adding chili spices to it or Cajun spices, a little bit of paprika, and mixing it in with chicken pastas. It's honestly incredible, guys. There's also a lighter than light Philadelphia, which is even lower in calories. If you're cutting, I'm not actually cutting at the moment, so the light Philadelphia is perfect for me, but if you haven't tried it yet in a pasta dish, try it. It's life-changing. So those are the main foods in my diet at the moment, guys, and I normally do that food shop like twice a week, and it does me, so it's great. Now I have made a new goal of cooking one new dish each week. If you followed me on YouTube for the last couple of years, guys, you'd know that I am a creature of habit when it comes to my meals, and I cook and eat basically the same things every single week. I'm not very adventurous with my meals, so I've made a goal to learn one new recipe per week, and then I'll be able to like add it to my dinner rotations, because right now it's just a lot of pasta and like the odd rice dish. So I'm just trying to get out of my comfort zone and cook new foods. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks in my videos you'll be able to pick up some new recipes as well, and I'm going to try make them as macro friendly as I can and teach them to you as we go as well. Anyway, it is time for my pre-workout meal now, so I'm going to show you what I'm having. And here is today's pre-workout meal, guys. A little bit of a random one, to be honest, but I've been enjoying this over the last couple of days. I have my usual yogurt bowl with mixed berries. I have my bowl of Weetabix, obviously hot Weetabix. I microwave them for about 2 minutes, and I sprinkled a little bit of sugar on them. And I have a scoop and a half of whey isolate. Myself and little Pabs are ready to hit the road. I'm going to drop him off for his little play date with Oscar. Oh, he's tired. And I'm gonna hit the gym. Upper body, as I mentioned. No bother, Pabs. Just turn off my handbrake. We don't need it anyway. He's a good boy. Is it weird that my dog is literally my best friend? Right, guys, we just made it to the gym. Danielle's here too. Danielle is not in a good way today though.
No, that was very sore yesterday.
Yeah, so Danielle had a championship game yesterday. She won and she got MVP. I look naked right now, look at it. I swear I have top on. Yeah, she won and she got MVP, and then she went on set last night, so she's not in the best way. But she's here. We're going to do our best. We're going to train a little bit upward.
Showed up late, that's the main thing.
Think you'd be alright to train?
I'd say I will.
Yeah, she has a bad back. Honestly, I swear anyone I spend time with gets a bad back.
I just won't do any like pressure like exercises on my back.
Yeah, no pressing it.
Yeah.
But look, we're going to work around it for Danielle today.
Just care a couple of who's an ass.
Yeah, you should have seen her coming down that stairs. And Danielle's an absolute trooper for even getting here today. Like, firstly after a championship game, and secondly after going out last night. Like,
I'm fueled by hot chicken rolls.
Oh yeah, she got a hot chicken roll. That's what fixed it.
That's probably what it was. Like, I was like, yay.
But you know, I didn't realise, guys, hot chicken rolls are an Irish thing. I thought that like every country has delis in their garages.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was just an Irish thing either. Like.
No, it's just Irish thing. When Alex came over, he was like, so there's hot chicken, and then you fill up your car as well. I was like, yeah. Habs is soaking in the post-workout rays. Do you alright, buddy? This is his favourite spot in the apartment when the sun is setting because it's like a little hot spot. Anyway, I'm back from the gym, had a great upper body workout. I can still feel the shoulder pump when I'm holding up the camera, and I know that's always a good sign after an upper body day. But I'm just about to make my post-workout meal / dinner. So I'm gonna have an early dinner this evening because I'm just really hungry after that workout, to be honest. So I am just heating up the pan. I'm using the 1 cal oil for now. I have the regular olive oil at the ready as well, just in case. But I don't think I'm gonna need it, to be honest, because I'm gonna be using soy sauce as well in today's dish. I have my chicken cut up, and these are the seasonings I'm gonna use for today. So I have some paprika, I have garlic salt, and I also have some mild chili powder because I just love, even in a stir fry, I love a little bit of chili, a little bit of spice to my chicken. But the main sauce for the stir fry is my usual light soy sauce. So I got this in Aldi. So the chicken is cooking away, and I'm just going to add in my veggies now. And for the rice, I'm going to have my favourite savoury chicken rice. So I'm going to be having half a packet of this. And these are the calories and macros in it. So it literally takes 2 minutes in the microwave, and then I'm going to mix it in with the rest of the chicken and veg. I can literally barely fit all the food in this bowl, but this is today's dinner. Super tasty, macro friendly, and digests well. And I'm also actually eating a lot more veg than I normally would because of the vegetable mix with the stir fry. So around this time last week, I sat down with myself and I rewrote some of my goals. I know it's a really strange time of the year. It was like the end of the week in the middle of April, and I just decided I'm gonna rewrite my goals. And I'm really, really glad I did now, to be honest, guys. It's been a while since I've like sat down and just wrote down what's important to me and wrote down where I want to be in 3 months, in 6 months, in 12 months. So some of the goals I wrote for myself are very simple, but I often find it's the really simple things in your daily routine that add up to make the biggest change in the end. As I mentioned earlier, one of the goals was to just incorporate new foods in my plan. I don't think I'm being held back by, you know, liking the same foods and opting for the same meals each week, but I just want to broaden my horizon when it comes to, you know, trying new foods and getting out of my comfort zone, because I noticed it when I was traveling that like a lot of places I go into, half the menu I'm almost afraid to try in case I don't like them because I haven't tried them before. So that's one of my goals, is to just learn a new recipe each week and get out of my comfort zone when it comes to trying new foods. Another big thing that I mentioned in my last video was get back into stretching and prioritize my mobility work. I am going to put up my hand and say it had been probably months, to be honest, since I last stretched, which is disgraceful. I need to start prioritizing it again, and I did, and I have been. Another one of my goals was my water intake. I needed to improve it. I found that when I'm at home, I have no problem drinking my water. I have like the same bottle every day that I use, and once I have like 3 of those bottles per day, I know I'm hitting my goal. But I was definitely slacking over the last couple of weeks, and I knew it needed work, so I wrote it down. Another goal I had was to make sure that I'm reading before I watch my Netflix series at night. So right now I actually don't have a series. I was watching The Fall. I actually rewatched The Fall because it's incredible, and I never actually finished the last season of it, but I was watching that up until last week. Gonna try find something new tonight potentially, but I'm prioritizing reading before I allow myself to watch TV. I'm actually reading a really good book at the moment. So I'm reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm like almost halfway through it now, but I found myself sort of slacking some days and just watching TV when I prefer to try learn a little bit each day, at least from that book, before I fully relax in the evenings. I had another few personal goals that I wrote down too, but those were the main ones that I think you might relate to, or some things that you might need to work on as well. But honestly, since I actually sat down and rewrote them and just thought about things that I could improve in my daily routine, I have felt so motivated, and I felt so much better as well since I started implementing them. Like just having a list every morning and ticking off your to-do list, and as I always say, just ticking your boxes feels so good, especially on the days where you don't want to do it and you still do it, and you just feel accomplished at the end of the day and at the end of the week. And it's all about self-improvement, you know, and being better than you were yesterday. So if you're in a bit of a slump at the moment, or if you think there's things that you could work on, this is your sign to go and rewrite your goals. I feel like a lot of us would have wrote our goals in January. Now we're like edging towards the middle of the year, I suppose, which is crazy. Like, where has the time gone? Some of those goals might have come to fruition, some of them maybe not. But if you're in a slump or need an extra little bit of motivation or just a kick at this time of the year, I think it would definitely be a good idea for you to sit down, rewrite your goals, you know, think of things that you can improve on, and just prioritize things that will make you healthier and happier and work in your favor in the long term. I almost forgot to show you some products that I've been using, or new products that I have that I really recommend. If you ever like find a product that you love so much that you're like, everyone needs to know about this, like everyone needs to buy these aren't sponsored products or anything, guys. These are just ones that I bought myself over the last couple of months and have been using. So firstly, I got new products from this brand called Glow Recipe. They are skincare products and Victoria recommended them. So I wanted to invest in my skincare. They're not like cheap, but I wouldn't say they're high-end prices either. They're like somewhere in between. This is one of the products that I use every morning, especially under my eyes, because I have a little bit of sun pigmentation under my eyes, and I also get like dark circles sometimes. So I've been using this. I've also been using this brightening serum. You can really smell the watermelon off it as well. It's so nice. And my skin has been super dry over the last couple of weeks, so I picked up this new moisturizer as well, and it is incredible. They're so light and dewy on your face, and they really give such a nice glow without being too heavy. I do highly recommend this brand, guys, if you're looking for some skincare bits. Really, really good. This is another product that I've been testing out for the last few weeks. So it's the Semi-Delino, I think that's how it's pronounced, anti-orange shampoo. So when I'm away, or even when I'm in Ireland as well, to be honest, if I spend a lot of time in the sun, I tend to get like copper tones going through my hair, and I honestly think it's because I dyed my hair red, like proper bright red, when I was about 17, 18, and the ends of my hair, I feel like there's still some red in there somewhere. Don't know if that's still possible after all these years, but I still do get like coppery tones from the sun. So I started using this anti-orange shampoo. Was a bit skeptical about it, to be honest, but it actually really worked. I spent like a good few weeks in the sun and outdoors a lot, and I didn't get any of the copper tones coming through. One thing I will say though is that it's not very hydrating, so I did kind of mix it with other hydrating shampoos just to make sure that my hair wasn't getting too dry. But if you're a brunette, I don't know if this is for blondes too, it doesn't like specify, to be fair, but I know for a fact if you're a brunette and if you do get copper tones going through your hair, it's actually really good. And another product that I actually haven't tried yet, I don't know, I feel like I'm the only girl on the planet that hasn't tried Olaplex. I've had the treatment put in the salon that I go to in Vibe down in Carrigaline, but I've never actually like used it myself at home. It's the number 3 from Olaplex. It's meant to be really good for repairing and strengthening your hair and just like hydrating it again. So haven't used this one yet, so I can't really review it, but I feel like a lot of people watching this would have used it before, and I'm honestly just so excited. So those are some of the products that I've tried recently and that I loved. So I just started opening these, but I think I'm going to leave the rest of them for now because I really need to do a clear out of my wardrobe before I add anything else to it. So on the slide, I'm just going to put these back into the bag, pretend the delivery didn't come, until I clear out my wardrobe and make some actual space for them. Right guys, I am just about to have my last meal of the day. So I'm having a peanut butter bagel with some banana on it, and that's going to finish off my calories for today. I actually already hit my protein goal. I had lots of chicken with my dinner and I just had carbs and fats left over, so that's how I'm going to finish off my macros for today. So my calories are on just over maintenance at the moment, so I am trying to build some tissue, but I'm trying to do it as lean as I can because I don't want to gain a copious amount of body fat along the way. My 2 top tips in this case, which I'm sure you probably heard me say before, is just making sure that you're not in too big of a calorie surplus or making massive calorie increases at any point, and that you're only making calorie adjustments when you truly need to. You obviously need to be in a surplus to gain new tissue, but if you want to do it as lean as you can, then just make sure it's super gradual and nothing drastic. And following on from that guys, if you are going into a building phase and if you want to remain relatively lean, then you're going to have to be super patient, much more patient than the people that will push calories, because it is going to take a little bit longer. And another one of my tips guys, if you're trying to build muscle but also keep it lean, is to incorporate some mini cuts along the way. So if you do spend a couple of weeks in a surplus, if you're building tissue and if you feel like you're getting a little bit fluffier than you want, I implement these with my own clients. I do a little tiny mini cut, usually around 4 weeks, just to tidy things up, cut back calories, maybe increase expenditure through steps and cardio, and get them to a body fat percentage that they're happy with, and then start building again from there. But anyway, I will make sure to include some more full day of eating videos on my channel over the next few weeks, especially now that I'm going to be trying out new foods and learning new recipes along the way. I'm going to show them to you as we go. On that note, I'm going to get this into me now because I am hungry, and I'm going to relax for the afternoon. But I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.